And then
They were
we,
questions and you those actual answers.
and then
That's terrible.
then I went at the end of the race, and just as Mr. Garish was just about to lose, I casted haste on his horse and might have caused the horse to break the sound barrier.
I heard the horse was very happy.
Oh, the horse was thrilled to have won.
Yeah.
I wonder
And,
how
of
much
course,
that horse would cost us.
Probably a little too much.
Probably, yeah, I was going to say, probably more than we can afford.
Well, now if you won that race, y'all made him that way though.
I want a horse.
There are a lot of words.
Wilson the Morris, we told you she would
Yeah,
probably
fuck
win.
that.
you have
She
exactly
had the
one
fire.
person you can transform into a horse.
I know better.
You know better than to turn into a horse?
No, I know better than to want a horse after I've had several friends in real life that have had horses, and I've worked on a ranch before, and I fucking know better than to want a horse of my own.
They're a lot easier in D&D.
I was gonna say, let me rephrase. I want a horse that talks.
You want Mr. Ed?
I mean, if you learn
That
to speak
horse-
with animals, you can talk to every horse.
Exactly. That's why I want a horse.
Horse is a horse, of course, of course.
Well, is your god a favorite? Is a horse a favorite creature within your pantheon?
No, mind a minute.
I'd have to look that up for the record. I have no idea.
I've heard there is a sea god. Don't quote me on this.
No, I'm
There
not
might be
being.
there is a sea god.
Goku, why do you sound drunk already?
Because I'm hungover.
Well,
Makes sense.
perfect. Bill, well, that is just perfect because after a very long and libation-filled night before, as we come to today, the sun has long since risen as you all groggily begin to stir. Some of you now paying for the night before, having indulged quite liberally in the finest selection of the Silver Shiners stores. For others, simple exhaustion from having stayed up so late babysitting your drunken colleagues.
I have a
Things that kept you in
question.
bed until now. 1 second. Tomorrow at dawn, your ship sets sail. But for now, the day is yours. How should we begin session? And also, Whale, what was your question?
Did anyone play my character? Did my character do anything? What was she doing? Just sleeping or something?
Oh yeah, we lynched her.
Yeah,
No, you were casting spells.
Yeah, I was using you. I was using your character.
You cast Longstrider, which is a very helpful spell.
Shut up, Warlord.
Yeah, I thought that.
I was gonna say, are we just gonna let him walk past that one?
I didn't say anything.
All of you perverted bastards.
Yes.
I mean, I do
Sorry.
do that, but like,
You mean like normal?
Let's bring it back to focus here, people.
Oh,
This is a Christian Minecraft server.
Uh-huh.
Remember, Twitch TOS,
Sure, you enter
make it
Minecraft
graphic, you can do all the innuendo you want.
Christian my ass.
I think most of us here are a-religious, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
No, actually,
I'm not. I was actually raised as a Christian, and while my faith is a little iffy because I'm also very scientific, so my shit's kind of all mixed up, I don't really like it when people use God.
scientific as in Scientology.
No. Hey guys, I know it's not a
Okay.
dangerous topic with this group of people, but let's move on from religion and actually play the game, please. Because I've only got a couple
Lady
hours of
Lotus,
lucidity left tonight, so.
I believe your contributions to the race were quite extensive. Your extensive use of snares and entangle quite very much exceeded
I
the
imagine
assistance
what's happening
required.
right now is those of you who did not get blackout drunk last night are currently downstairs having a late breakfast, while everyone who has gotten, for example, Torin, Roxby, and I don't remember what QS was doing, but probably maybe you were.
You think one bottle of wine is gonna get me blackout drunk? You are
There
sorely
was a lot more than one, my
mistaken.
friends. There was a lot more than one.
Let me see if I
You
can
were part of the winning
recall.
team. You were being handed drinks all night.
You did way more than that.
Okay, so like I probably shouldn't have drove.
I was
Kind
drinking.
of a
I was
deal.
drinking.
You did discharge a firearm in the middle of the city.
Hey, it's not the
You are an
first time.
American
To
today,
be fair,
boy.
he wasn't drunk when he did that.
I'm proud
Yes,
of
I
you
was.
all.
Yes, I was. I was.
Absolutely.
Dude,
And we did go back to the tavern and celebrated our victory.
Yeah, and because you guys were all the winning team, and people realized that, like, you were getting handed free drinks the whole night.
I was drinking.
Yeah. With that con save,
I don't know about the rest of
US,
you, but,
you just woke up and your hair looks like a cat that slept in the wrong place, and you are staticked in every direction and matted down, and you need a bath.
I picture
Sorry,
that
you asked for a
perfectly in
con
my
save?
head.
Sticky is just covering a bunch of your left side, and you're not sure exactly what it
As
is.
she rolls out of bed, the sheets are just sticking to her fur.
Yeah, there was a spill of some variety.
I'm picturing
I did not
Rick
survive the night.
my friend.
Squatch.
Rocks. Yeah, no, never
Mhm.
mind. I'm not gonna make you do that.
Squanch, is that what his name is?
Yeah.
Looks like Squanch.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go whatever this is off.
Yeah.
What?
He said,
What?
Mm-mm.
She said
hell
she
is
was going
that,
to wash
Private?
some of this off.
The
No.
hell is that, Private?
So I would encourage the rest of you, please lean in. I am getting a little bit thirsty. I might need to procure a means of sustenance here soon.
I mean, if you
Hmm.
go ask around, maybe talk to the guard, see if they have any bounties out for anyone
Thirsty as
that
in-
they're not too keen on keeping alive.
Oh, he needs to eat somebody?
Yes.
Let's go find a murderer.
Yeah,
To be
go
fair,
find
doesn't-
someone that touches children or something.
To be
I
fair,
mean-
it doesn't have to be somebody.
I'd prefer not to keep killing people. If not,
Minimum rules.
Hey, look.
Bad guys.
We kill these people so they don't hurt more people. It's just Belgoris.
Yeah. Don't be a Batman. What's wrong with you?
While
He's a bad.
it might, I agree with your sentiments, but what is left of what it applies to my order, killing is the last resort. Only against those who have shown no remorse or there's nothing redeemable do we engage in the act of murder.
It's not murder. You're saving lives.
I'd prefer not to kill. I do appreciate your encouragement and your understanding of what has befallen me, but
Would
if
you
we can
like
find
us
a
to,
better means.
do it for you?
Let's go find a deer in the woods or something.
Maybe there might be a butcher. It won't be enough, especially because it will be stale, but
Well, that's what I mean. A fresh kill would do you better, no?
that would be true.
You do recall that you saw there was a small but existing livestock market as well, so procuring live animals
Go
would be
purchase a
very
cow.
possible.
What if we kill them humanely?
Oh, animals? I have no problem
No, people.
killing of animals.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
There's nothing humane about drinking their blood.
Huh?
I would argue that's the
Thank you,
antithesis of humane.
If they're a bad person, they deserve it.
I don't think any of us disagree with that statement.
Yeah.
on a personal level, I don't disagree with you, but on a character level, no, of course doesn't like to kill people for blood.
Man, fuck people. Fuck a bunch of evil
It's
assholes.
okay,
You know you
Belgoris.
can
We'll
do
make
that
an
to
infantryman out of you yet.
Destroy
I
my
am-
trees and shit, motherfucker.
I am what is left of a pellet, and I was stunned by that.
Yeah, suit yourself.
But yes, let's.
What if my halberd cuts off his head first? Just saying, you're not the one who killed him.
Oh my. Mhm.
What
This is going to be a trying time.
are we talking about now?
I do have the authority to execute prisoners in Marrakesh, technically. I mean, come on.
Yes, you do, but oh my goodness.
Guys,
What are your
this
reasons?
hard.
You're supposed to be a nobleman, an upstanding member of society.
Well, yes, but these people are monsters, and they would, if released, They would go out and do the same damn thing over and over again. How is it fair to the population to pay for their imprisonment and food?
Right?
But what
They
about
keep hurting
redemption?
people.
Is every man not allowed a chance to change his ways?
Some
Oh, they're
people-
allowed, but there are certain crimes that are unforgivable.
And some people just
And-
ain't able to do that, for real.
You cannot tell me a child predator deserves redemption.
A pederast deserves death. I do that.
There you go.
Toss him in the wood chipper.
Yep. Cheap person.
Exactly. That
No,
is what they
sometimes-
mean, Belgoris. I agree with you on the extreme cases.
Hold on.
There are some
But
people that
anyway.
are dude, there are
Toss him in the
people
wood chipper.
There you go.
There we go.
some of them dark web fucking like what are they called? The snuff film, the people that do the snuff films to women.
Those
Yeah,
are illegal.
fuck those people.
Yeah, that's why she said dark web.
Well, like the revenge porn shit?
No.
No, it's
No.
it's personal. It's real.
No. I just put it together what she meant by everything.
Like
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's a horrible thing.
Remember, guys, we're
Section-
streaming.
Can we go out
Oh,
into the
okay.
woods for a
Kill
second?
those people.
Since we're not probably gonna find anything like that, yes, we can either go to the market or
Yeah, let's go to the livestock market.
take him out to the
Okay,
field.
so-
That'll be quickest and easiest.
And then we're going to have to find some place where I can feed.
I mean,
Steaks raw.
is it really that odd for your kind to consume a live animal?
In public?
It's in public. No,
Not in public,
would never
but
do
in like
that.
a
In this one?
in a restaurant.
Even
No,
then,
it's
that is.
Yeah, like can't you just eat steak tartare? I mean that's a
It's
thing.
been quite a few centuries since we've acted like this. We've tried to
generally
adopt a more
Dragonborn
humanoid
eat
stance.
food for the most part. They are better equipped than most humanoids to eating raw meat, but they are still susceptible to parasites found within, and have no interest in getting those. So they generally will
Exactly.
cook their food.
Believe it or not, humans can still eat raw meat.
Yes, we
as
Oh,
can.
long as
yeah.
it's clean, we can.
Well, yeah.
But
But they're not,
no.
put it this
Oh,
way:
sorry.
they're not dogs. They can't just eat carrion without getting sick.
No, yeah, we get fucked up like real bad.
It depends. There are some tribal people in Africa that can still eat.
I
Okay.
understand, Whea, but
We
we're
are
talking
not
about in universe.
Fucking tribal
I'm just
people.
saying, man. I'm just
We're
saying.
not.
We agree with you.
Fun fact,
But
okay?
We
From
understand.
an in-universe standpoint, it would be very unbecoming of us to do that around other people.
The
Yeah,
Dragonborn
like
in particular, they are the people of dragon blood. They often hold themselves with a large amount of dignity and have had numerous very long-lasting and proud empires through history. There are
hence
people
the
who are
charisma boost.
above
anyway.
eating a chicken in the corner head first.
Yeah, like we're.
No, would they eat the feathers whole? Would you eat it feathers and all?
They might regurgitate that like an owl.
Some
Yeah,
some
we
might
would-
be
we
capable
would.
of doing so. I mean, I personally can't.
That sounds
Well, no, Exile's right. Like stuff that we can't like fully digest or crap out does get regurgitated.
Might.
Yep, it would be a pellet. I've never
Dragonborn
experienced a
pellet.
pellet.
It's-
Have
it's
you,
not-
Nemoris?
No, they're
Have
not.
you ever had to do a pellet?
Not the pellets, but I've had some questionable meals from cooks.
I've never. Most of the order does not. Most of the Dragonborn within my order are never engage in behavior such as that.
No,
I mean,
we've,
there are a couple of feasts that we've had with just amongst ourselves where we do engage in a more. It's more ritual to do something.
it's yes,
here-
and
here,
the
drink
only
your
time we
blood,
would
you know?
the only time we would do such a thing in the field is when we couldn't light a fire. Even then, it was rare. But that was like scouting missions and such.
Yeah, but usually for those you would carry dried meat that you just rehydrate.
Exactly, like I said, rare occasion when we the extended scouting missions. Didn't pack correctly, made a few mistakes. That was a
Even the most hardened
interesting one.
warriors are unsettled when you start consuming live creatures in front of them.
One topic that has not been brought up is yesterday's winnings, if those need to be distributed, and to whom might use what magical items, because one thing you may want to read
I'm
the
keeping that
description-
bag of tricks.
Oh yes, you can. But one thing
Pole
you might
could be
want to
useful.
read is the weight capacity on that broom of flying. And yes, they have a flying broom.
What's a bag of tricks?
Familiars.
Oh.
Honestly, I
Short-range
think the broom should go to our casters, if anything. Our casters would be really useful with the broom. Flight helps them a lot.
I'd like to point out that your party consists of a bunch of 5'10" to 6 foot tall hunky dudes that are all over 200 pounds, which is the full speed weight capacity. 400
Well,
is the max limit.
Quirky Scratch, they're pretty light.
Quirky Scratch and Lotus are the two people who would best be able to ride the broomstick.
Yeah, because
hence
Lotus
the
is a druid,
casters.
right?
Go ahead,
Yeah.
I can turn into a bird eventually.
Oh, can we have a witch druid riding a broom? Can that be a thing for the campaign? Can we please? Can we fucking please? That'd be great.
I mean,
Well, I
this is a
technically am a
She
sorcerer.
can turn into a black cat.
This is a good in character conversation. Please continue.
Are we going
There
to
you
have the
go.
minstrel school
Corky
Kiki's
Scratch can
delivery
ride the
service?
broom, and I can turn into the black cat and ride on the back of the broom with her.
Fuck yes.
You could, yes.
I approve.
That is how we travel from now on.
You guys see the meme I sent?
When?
How much would a cow
Playing a
cost?
gnome.
A cow. Let
Mhm.
me check. I don't actually know off the top of my head.
15 GP? Or is that pigs?
I have to check the books.
I think a cow would help them.
Livestock
Ox
price
is
is
15.
5e.
A cow is 10. That feels very low.
If you're playing a gnome,
Large non.
What? Okay, so
know.
whoa, 1 second. 10 gold piece, 1 square yard of silk, or 1 cow. 15. 1 pound of saffron or 1 ox, and then
Welcome to D&D economy. It doesn't make sense.
it doesn't make any
No.
fucking sense. All right, let's just get a fucking ox if I have one. Jesus Christ.
Same size as a cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're
Cat,
but, yeah. Well, I mean,
All right.
aren't cows in D&D like milk cows, and then the oxens are like
An oxen is just a castrated male cow.
Zebu tastes like Zebu.
yeah, but
Oh.
aren't they the meat?
Not necessarily.
Okay, well,
There are
how much-
cows. Cows could
I-
be dairy or beef breeds. Yes.
yeah, that's
So,
what I mean. Like
15
that's
gold
what I mean. Like
pieces?
the ox is a beef breed, and the
No, it's not. It's a specific. It's a working animal. That's why it costs more.
oh, what the.
I don't think they would taste very good if they're a working animal. They'd be tough.
Well, no, they'd have
I'm
a lot
not
of
going
blood.
for the taste. Well, I mean, we could donate the meat to the tavern, I guess, but I'm not doing this for the
Try
meat.
it out.
I'll be very confused as to why there's no blood.
To be
Don't
fair,
eat
one of the
the
first
meat.
things we do
You
when
don't
butcher
eat the
an
meat.
animal is
You
bleed.
only drink the blood.
Mhm.
Yes, I don't eat the flesh. I
Who
just
would
need the
win
blood.
in a fight? Jimmy Gordon?
I haven't eaten a person. Ugh.
Odd.
I'm not one of those white dragonborn that engages in cannibalism.
Meat
Don't
is
remind. Your
Northern
order.
bastards.
Were you part of that? Were you part of that excursion we had with your order to deal with that cult camp of the White Dragonborn?
Me personally, no, but those who came back did not.
To be fair,
I
Mark
remember the campaign fondly.
To be fair,
Like a
Mark
history.
Madronis, the highest kind of military side leader of your order, was a white dragonborn. Was and probably still is.
There you go. That's why your shit's fucked.
We still make a designation between them and the savages.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Just like
There's no reason why I called them a cult.
Yes.
they want to live like the ancestors.
Hey, don't
Hmm.
remind.
Monsters.
That
We'll see,
whole.
but by now, if you're still having this conversation, everyone is joined.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said it was going to be 15 gold?
For a cow, it would be 10 gold. I
For-
will say,
okay.
you know what? There's not a lot of cattle
Yeah.
around here. It's a bit hot for them, so I would say it'd be up to 15. It'd be a rarer thing to find.
Okay. 15 gold. All right.
Guys,
Now
you
we
go to the market, and you're. It's a fairly small livestock. We'll put it over here. It's gonna be near the port more. It's a fairly small livestock market. They are primarily dealing in chickens and pigs. You do see some other animals. For example, a very large cage full of a huge number of iguanas is currently available as well. So,
Iguana!
Fuck.
I mean, that would be a
What?
decent meal source.
iguanas are raised for meats in this world and the real world.
I'm looking for a cattle.
Cattle.
Yes, sir.
A whole
We've
one.
only got 2 for sale today. Both of them are heifers, fairly in good health over there. Feel free to take a look. Let me know which one you're interested in.
That is fine.
What do you mean that is fine?
I will here.
Just hand him the gold.
Yes.
Take your pick then.
Which one looks older?
They look to be about the same age. They seem to be fairly
They're
similar in
within
appearance.
a few months of each other. Heifers are
Yeah.
normally first. I don't know, had their first calf.
Yeah. Corky Scratch turns out to be an expert in cattle, despite none being where she's from.
He studied all.
It's very hot where you are. It's a lot of goats.
She had an autistic moment and fucking studied all she could about cattle for a semester.
It's in her background story now. You can't fucking argue with it.
All right, go put it in your
Yes.
notes. Go put it in your notes. QS knows a lot about cattle.
Okay.
All right, Miss Scratch. Which one would be the better choice? I also recommend we don't speak to it. I really don't want to know what it thinks right now.
Well, I can't exactly speak with animals. That would be Mr. Ranger and Mrs.
Hello.
Druid.
I am not talking to an animal that you're gonna eat
Yep, I'm going to avoid talking to anything you plan on.
because that is crossing
Consuming.
the line for me.
Doesn't need to be a live logo.
It would be better if it was living. So,
How about
like
the
I said, we
medium
need to
epic
find
then?
a private
Can we at
place.
least numb it first? Like, give it some fucking, I don't know. anesthesia or
Let's go with the
what?
left one.
We'll take the left one.
It's got a slightly dopier face.
Oh, not the retard. Not the cute
Damn it.
retard.
Oh, all right. Here's your gold. I've already taken the money out of my inventory.
Of course.
Come with us. Go.
Yep, you're provided with a rope, and you can kind of lead her off. What are you looking for?
Should we go out to the forest for this?
Probably.
All right.
Does
So
anyone
my-
have
I
a
will
spell
say,
that-
so as you continue to walk through the city, you do realize that yesterday's festivities have done a number on this place. While it doesn't appear that things got very violent, you don't see a lot of like broken windows and things. You do see an enormous amount of garbage and trash just lying around. Remember, though, you were given all those very disposable-looking wooden mugs the other day. They are seen in like snow drifts in various places throughout the city, as well as a large amount of broken glass on the ground from more expensive ware that might have been provided out. Hang on, where's my? I had a whole list of things.
It was like a pink and blue hair person party.
Yeah, there's piles that have been swept up of leftover food scraps and bones from the various meats that were being served. There's a very large number of bottles that you see a couple of kids kind of playing with, where they're putting them in a big pile and then kicking a ball at it to try and see how many they knock down. There are areas where there's a sludge on the ground that could probably only be described as the basement of a frat house.
Ew.
You also see several individuals currently being rounded up by the watch, not with any sort of anger towards them, but more like you passed out in public and we're getting you out of here. So they're kind of just showing off the people who fell asleep in alleyways, and you do see a couple of members of the watch and at least one member of the tie guard standing around asking about a ladder, while two very disheveled looking, mostly naked individuals, a man and a woman, are awkwardly waiting for rescue as they are atop a roof right now.
I
Hmm.
don't want to know.
I mean,
but
I
at
know
the same
how I
time,
get
I'm
up there.
impressed.
But how did they get up there?
There is
Well, that's
a
not-
looking at the building, it definitely looks climbable,
Hmm.
and drunk people do things.
I know what they were doing up there.
I mean,
We
they
all
cast
know what they were
sabotage
doing.
from what's the
Elements
last
of
one.
Anyways.
As you're
All right.
walking by, you walk past a couple members of the guard, and they're like, "Can you believe we only lost 3 people this year?" Yeah, I mean, wasn't there 14 last year? Well, that was a distillery, and when you have a literal fire sale because the building's burning down, people get a little out of hand. Was it only one person only one person died from the alcohol this year. Then there was the poor sap who fell off the bridge. The horse made it. That was impressive. Oh, and then there's the kid who died at the rodeo. His family was hurt by that one. And as the conversation trails off as they go past.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
that kid did not look very well.
He was dead.
My thing is
He was dead on impact.
the
Your
rider
memory is
that
brought
went
back
off.
to hearing the loud crack and seeing a body get lofted 15 to 20 feet in the air before flying down and falling in a broken heap.
He was dead on impact.
Well, it was also the case with the rider that went over the fucking thing. It's like, oh, that guy's not gonna make it very well.
That wasn't our fault. That was not our fault.
Not. It was not your fault.
We were lucky it wasn't our fault.
It wasn't?
No, that one
No,
wasn't.
that was the bridge.
That
Someone
was
set off
the
fires.
one who fell off.
Oh, yes.
The bridge is a single. It doesn't look like it here because I don't have any better artwork to use, but it is a single large arch that it's a very impressive bridge. Ships are able to sail under it. Ships the size of up to your ship. Larger boats can't, but smaller vessels. It's probably 90 feet off the
Riverborne
water
ships can.
at its peak. Yeah, it's probably 90 feet off the water at its peak. So actually, your ship would have to take some parts of the mast off to do it, but maybe.
Well, that's what I mean.
All right. Well, yep, that would have been a fall. All right, girl. How far do you think we should go out for this?
Well, if you go southbound into the forest, it takes you all of 10 minutes to reach relatively rural country where there's people out in the forest. You see some people gathering various plants or, foraging for whatever they might find in these boundary zones. And you see others who seem to just be, taking their pets out for a walk. You see a couple of people walking around with their dogs. You see some kids playing. As you continue further south, though, for another 10 minutes, you quickly enter a rural area that's kind of some soft rolling hills. The forest has long since been clear-cut down, and it's just a bunch of fields of varying crops, including a large one of sorghum, which is near enough to harvest and probably 8 or 9 feet tall. And very dense as sorghum gets.
Well, I think this is as good a place as any.
You see Tristan's facial reactions as they name crop properties.
Let's us begin. If you all want to turn away this.
How you doing this?
I am walking up to the creature, patting her on the head.
Can you make sure she's like numb, like she can't feel it?
I don't have any magic for that.
Somebody put like a hypno spell on her or something.
Yeah.
Sorry, Wayne. Like
by the way, if you haven't taken a long rest,
shit ain't gonna be nice.
You can redo your spells.
Hypno
so
spell.
Has something.
Hypnosis, or put her to sleep.
Look at your spell list and see if you've got anything, everyone.
I'm pretty sure I probably do have a sleep spell. Hold on.
I don't
Could use
remember.
calm emotion. Calm them down at least.
Let me see.
I
If someone
definitely
had
don't.
sleep, that'd be ideal.
Hang on.
Oh yeah, we have.
I'm really distracted. Hold on.
Maybe the biggest moral quandary of the day would be how to slaughter a cow by a vampire.
Honey.
That's trying to be nice about it.
Is it this?
Can I just place my hand
No.
on its head and use calm emotions?
Did I
You
not?
can, and the cow doesn't appear to have changed at all, visibly.
Yeah.
At least they'll be calm when it
Are you
happens.
telling us this is a brain dead cow?
No, the pen.
No, it's
The
just
pen.
a cow, and it's already calm because it doesn't feel stressed by standing in a field. It's just sitting there munching on the plants. It's good.
Yep.
It knows nothing is wrong.
I'm
It
trying to
doesn't
play
like
Minecraft at the same time.
Click that.
I
You're terrible.
know, I'm playing 2 games at once.
Freaking terrible. 509.
Does anyone have sleep?
I'm sick. I'm trying to look through my.
Give
my.
her a second.
That's good.
She-
I wasn't joined into the game.
I don't believe anyone
No.
has the spell sleep, specifically.
But I might have something that would help. Hold on.
I mean, you could probably give it drugs, but that would be
I don't have any drugs.
Yeah,
Also, I don't want to get drugs.
yeah, because you'll be getting it vicariously.
I don't want to give it that.
This is the most Twilight
Give
shit.
a shit.
No, it's not. The drugs I have are
I'm just
the
waiting for Cole
equivalent
to
of
say
mad.
I knocked the cow out or something. Like,
Okay, so let's see.
That's gonna be a hard skull to crack. I'm gonna cause very
my
serious
God.
damage to this thing.
It's actually
Scroll.
not.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I take
Quirky Scratch
Balgorus
tell you
is like,
exactly where to
well,
hit.
here or here.
Right.
Oh,
Here.
you mean?
I have a question.
All right.
Yes?
I have
Yes.
a Anakin type question.
Oh.
What if I healed the cow while he fed, so he could drink his fill and the cow would be like alive after he was done?
There
Everybody
is
would be happy.
elements of magic to the feeding process. You would probably prolong its suffering by doing that.
Really?
You might be able to slightly increase the amount of blood he gets out of it, but the animal still needs to die for him to get the full effects.
Why does
All
it
right.
die?
It's
I
part.
have a Revivify. What if I res it?
Oh God!
Wow!
That's
You get a
expensive.
300 gold piece diamond for that, and none of you, neither of you have that spell, and neither of you has such a diamond. That's probably something you should get today before you leave the city.
Oh
What, a
yeah.
diamond? Diamond's worth 300 gold pieces, which the
Can we get this over with?
Yeah.
All right.
20 minutes.
Go ahead and
Cow's ridiculous.
I hit the cow on the head right where Quirky Scratch says.
The Fae is
The cow just kind of goes still for a second before just flopping over, still breathing, but very much not in a... Yeah, a little bit of seizing.
As long as she's
Thank you.
unconscious, we're good.
Yeah.
I thank you for this. And then he watches just Balgorus just crouches down, opens up his maw, and just...
Ew.
And you just hear the sound of him feeding.
Yeah.
I wish I had a straw here to just...
Curious just walks up and just
Sound is
cast
disgusting.
invisibility on Balgorus so no one sees him do this.
You just see blood flowing a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Though I
You have
suppose...
to remember the Fae is
Nah,
not.
And
going
then
to
I'd say after what, maybe 10, 20 minutes, you just see a...
forever to do that.
It does not...
It's a big cow.
It takes a few minutes. It doesn't take 20
Okay.
minutes. The animal's heart is pumping.
And then
Guzzle, bitch.
you watch the cow go still.
Shotgun the cow.
And then you just hear a...
Balgorus stands up. There is a
Oh.
streak of blood going down his face.
Well, no, I'm invisible right now. No one can see me.
I would
Fae-
argue that I see. Here's the thing. I love that for styling, but I would argue
Yeah.
the act of feeding is probably considered a hostile
Breaking
action.
it,
Break yeah.
Yeah.
The Fae thinks you are
All right.
disgusting.
Yeah, you just watch as he just stands up.
And you
There's
get
a
the-
there's
you get
blood.
4
There's a
points
little
for
bit of blood around his maw, and he's just flicks out his tongue and just licks it up. Oh,
brought
that
you back
feels
up to
better.
9.
Yep.
Like,
Color returns a little bit to him.
how's the cow looking?
Very pallid and very dead.
Can the cow look pallid?
Around some parts of it, yes.
Like its nose?
That's
Does
eyes.
it still? It doesn't look shriveled up like last
The
time,
gums,
right?
The gums are all white now.
Oh no, that was
It shrivels
that was
like
angry
raisin.
feeding.
That's fucked
That was
up.
straight up angry feeding.
Okay.
The blood is secondary to the actual life force that is being consumed.
Lie.
Life magic.
Okay.
All right. I guess we can give this to the tavern.
Okay,
I'm
so they're
pretty sure
gonna
they would
haul this
appreciate it.
animal back.
We should sell it.
Levitate.
Butcher it and sell the steaks.
I do not feel
Either
like
give
spending
it
all
to
day
the
butchering it,
tavern,
though.
or we could offer it to the new crew.
Oh yes. Yep. It levitates up, and we just push the carcass out, ignoring
How
all
long
the
does
weird
levitate
looks.
last?
Give it to the crew of our ship that we're gonna be on.
I was gonna say they could use it for provisions for the ship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn it in. They can turn it into jerky.
10
Levitate.
minutes.
Yeah. Exactly.
10 minutes.
Makes sense.
Well,
I'll help out with the
10 minutes
levitates
will
as
not
well.
get you all the way to the ship, but it'll get you most of the way there.
I'll cast one as well, so you don't burn all your spells.
Jerky. Homemade jerky. I haven't done that in a while. We should get some
Boom.
some meat to make
There we go.
horny turkey, honey.
And it's a
Oh,
warlock
Lord.
spell, so it's a short rest
Yeah,
recovery.
fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't take particularly long to float your cow through. You get a couple of odd looks, mostly for the fact that the animal's levitating, not for the fact that you're moving a dead cow.
We keep it upright so that looks like it's.
Yeah, its legs are just limp, its head is down, and it's just floating along upright.
I disagree.
I think
Commander.
that's worse than doing it on its side.
So that's our new number
Yeah, do
6.
It should
Did
probably
we just
be on
rotate it
its
real quick? Just like,
You
This
know
isn't
when you
working.
pick up, like Gmod, if you pick up a rag doll, it just kind of flails about. That's kind of what's
In
happening. Right
Skyrim,
now.
cut people and
Yeah,
throw them in the
exactly.
fire pit.
Yeah, you just picked up a dead skeever and it's just kind of spinning.
I-
God.
all right, back to now that side quest is done. Belgore's has bed. Quest complete.
Blood acquired, right? Yeah, no, I mean, so you're heading back to the ship now.
Yeah, let's go on our adventure.
Well, your adventure's
I've
not
got,
until
I have
tomorrow.
like an hour.
Your adventure's
Sorry.
not until tomorrow. You still have the rest of today to get any of the final provisions you need. And in this case, you arrive at the ship, and Borg very happily takes the cow from you, and several other crew members begin skinning it and, processing it on deck before setting
Salting
a lot
it.
of it out to dry, primarily. Yeah,
A
salting
present
some of
for
it.
you.
Someone takes the hide off to go sell it somewhere, try and, get a little bit of money back for it.
Good
But
for them.
most of the guts are just thrown in the harbor, and you see, actually, for the first time, how many sharks there really are in this harbor here. It's not,
No waste.
they're all small, but there are large fish and sharks who like to hang around the
Oh,
docks.
reef
because-
sharks.
Yeah, there's a very sizable fishing fleet that operates out of this harbor, and they throw extra parts into the ocean. And, well,
Granted, you could easily
yeah.
use parts for fishing bait.
Hi,
Yes,
smooth
suffice
ocean
and
puppies.
chum and such. But again, suffice to say,
Hey,
if you were to go
don't
swimming
throw
around
out
the
that
city,
liver,
you'll
I can
want to do it on the eastern side in the lake rather than in the actual harbor.
What, you don't like it when I say puppy?
What do I have an
What,
alarm
you don't
set
like it when
for?
I say puppy?
Oh, I set my haircut alarm for 10:30 or for 9:30 p.m. instead of 9:30 a.m. That's why that showed up.
Wah, wah.
Ah,
I got to it on time. So.
yeah, that's all that matters. Well, let me stick those in the fridge. All right.
Yeah, but that right now it's probably I'd say it's just about like 12:30 right now, probably just past noon. It's probably the hottest part of the day, and it's thankfully largely overcast today, and the temperatures are a lot more mild than normal. You're talking if we're keeping it in Fahrenheit, high 80s rather than the high 90s that you normally have been getting for most of your time here. The humidity is fairly high, but it's tolerable, especially because you've been here for about a week now, off and on throughout this area. You're
Humans
getting
killing
used
me.
to you're getting used to the temperature.
Do we want to use some of our prize winnings to purchase? What is it? You all need a diamond.
That'd
believe-
probably
Yeah,
be
I can,
advisable.
I can agree to that.
And at least gets one of us a second chance at life.
You all
I-
do recall seeing a jeweler at the Tidewater Trade Hall as well.
Yeah, I'll.
They might be able to
who-
use
Hey,
someone's
with that,
regal
I gotta go
charm.
pee.
Who would actually
I'll be
know
back.
how to use them for this? Because I don't actually know. And how much would it be?
300 gold per diamond, and you have 2 people who can cast the spell, so each of them having a diamond is likely.
Yeah, I should buy one of those in case somebody croaks.
Weya, I believe, has quite a lot of gold because she generally doesn't spend it on anything.
I dragon hoard my gold. I dragon hoard everything.
How much do you have, woman?
Actually, less than you do.
I-
Garrus, you have the most gold of anyone because you won 500
yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah, I've never
Mhm.
spent any of my gold though.
Up
Hold
at the
on.
top, up at the top. There you go. Click the backpack icon.
It's below the backpack icon. Oh, you mean on
484.
the menu.
Yeah.
I
And then you have
400
another 30 in platinum.
Yeah, I
Damn.
have 484 gold, and then wait, is that platinum? I have 3 platinum and 21 silver, 19 copper.
Yeah.
Whatever. I have enough.
Trying to identify who's the most broke.
I would like to purchase a diamond.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not very hard to find. As soon as you mention that you're looking for a diamond specifically for magical purposes, the jeweler goes, "I get you. I get folks like you quite often. Come here." And he brings around a fairly large box with a set of what I would call and what you would probably identify as imperfect diamonds. These are fairly large stones, but they're of a slightly lower quality. So you could only get a bunch of small stones out of them, but despite being several carat stones, these are impossible to make a single large piece of jewelry out of. Hence, they're put
Will
up
they
for more of this
work
purpose.
for what I want?
They will indeed. They will indeed. They are of sufficient size and properties for the spells in question. And the jeweler in question recognizes that you were the victors of the race yesterday and happily agrees to sell them to you as a net zero.
Okay.
Net zero.
Meaning
He's
he'll
not
sell
making
them
profit.
to you for market price, or for
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's 300. Okay. I'll hand him 600 gold at that point then.
you're going to give them all 600. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Go
I
ahead and buy two.
presume.
Mm.
Are
Let
you
me-
buying mine?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Let me grab you a
That's
diamond.
very kind. I appreciate it, sir.
All right, so Lotus, here's your 300 gold piece diamond, and Roxby, here's your 300 gold piece diamond.
Now, if anybody croaks, we don't have to worry about them being gone.
As long as you get to them
Exactly.
within 1 minute.
Yeah, it's a rather
Go.
cantankerous spell. Mm.
It's the kind of thing you probably always want prepared at this level.
Does Gentle Riposte help with that?
Gentle Riposte, yes. Gentle Repose, because Riposte is to attack after you've parried. with
Oh yeah,
offensive.
Repose.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No, I got you. But no, yeah, it fucked me up too for a second. Gentle Repose increases that if it casts within the first minute, it delays that time for a full 10 days, I believe.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
so we
Gentle
do
Repose could work.
if we have to rush back to town to save someone, we can. At least for 10 days.
That would be in the event of a decapitation, for instance. Revivify will only work on a largely whole body. If you're missing critical pieces, you would need more powerful magic.
Zombie Deadpool.
Oh dear.
Is there
All right,
anything else you wish to purchase while you're still in the city for the day?
Don't
Any
remember how
equipment
many
you-
arrows I used, but I think I should be
you
fine.
can check your quiver.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, let me make sure I made this a magical weapon.
It's one of those like, yeah, it's not worth it. Because usually you'd buy them in like sets of 10, and I think the quiver only holds 64.
Your quiver's pushing capacity right now.
Okay, yeah, I did make that
You can see the
magical.
bar on
Good.
it, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, 60. So I only used 4 arrows.
Yeah, you
I
weren't
don't
shooting too much
really
for it.
know. I don't really know if anyone would be willing to sell me 4 arrows. I'll just wait.
Alright, ready to go?
Yep.
Absolutely. Now, does just to clarify, is everyone set?
I am.
Yep.
Okay. Are you gonna hand that broom out to someone? Or are you just gonna hang on to it now?
Oh
for
wait,
right now,
I
Irish?
do want to adjust my spells.
Hand it over to Quirky Scratch.
Okay. You can just drag it on over to, or I'll do it.
I was gonna say I don't see it in my inventory, so
Well, I've addressed it. You probably just saw your inventory change as I got rid of it.
yeah, I saw I saw it disappear. I was like, oh, there it was.
Indeed.
How many
Break it up,
spells?
you two.
8?
Break it up, you two.
Right
Yes.
now, so yes.
3, 4.
Wait, do you only have a +2 to wisdom? You have a +3 to wisdom. You have 9 spells prepared.
Do I?
9.
Yeah.
1, 2,
Not counting the one that is always prepared.
5, 6, 7, 8. I only have 8 prepared at the moment.
Is that That's not including the ones that are always.
That's not the
available.
dark black one. Yeah, that's
Okay.
not this or the other or the cantrips.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can prepare one more then.
Yep.
I'll let you finish that up. Everyone get your spells ready as well. And with that said, I guess we'll let this day lapse on over. You find yourselves milling about the city for the rest of the evening, probably going out your separate ways to find different things to do to entertain yourselves, eventually returning back to your room that you did pay for the night, for the subsequent night. Right, and having a fairly relaxing night's sleep, not trying to go to bed at 5 in the morning today. You are, however, woken up before dawn, rather brusquely, with a loud knock at the door.
Yes.
Have you opened the door?
Not yet.
It's more
they
of a
announce
call
themselves?
through the door.
You gonna get your asses moving, or do I have to send Hector? Wrong voice,
Oh,
wrong person.
it's
Or
just
do I have to
you.
send Borg in there to get you? Yeah, of course it's me. Fucking hell. You guys were supposed to be at the dock an hour ago.
Oh shit.
Oh, we overslept.
And not by
Hey.
Horse
not,
quickly
not
dons
that
his
bad, to
armor.
be fair. Yep.
Give me another 30 minutes.
Just get down to the port. We're gonna be ready to sail by the time you get there.
Heavy armor takes a while to put on.
Yeah, you might need someone to squire for you.
The only other person who's proficient in it would be... Well, actually, there's two other people. We're all sitting there in a little sewing circle, helping each other buckle into our armors.
It's not that hard to help someone just like hoist a big thing of mail over them and like tighten it down. That's saying you don't need to be skilled in heavy armor.
I like the sewing circle idea.
I like that too, though. You and Torin are just, the Dragonborns are just over there, like, fitting themselves. Like, no, we gotta adjust this. You're, like, checking it out.
Oh, and Roxby. Roxby wears heavy armor.
Yeah. As well.
Keep working.
The girl,
We're like
the
braiding
girls
each
are
other's
just
hair,
doing their
except we're
makeup.
tightening each other's
Like-
buckles.
He
Hold
was
one
actually
for a
in
second.
spitting out her armor. It's like,
The wife has a question for you, Exile.
Yes.
I was wondering what my best healing spell was. I'm
Your
looking at
best
it, but I
healing
don't-
spell, do you have Cure Wounds? I think I only saw Healing Word for you.
I have Cure Wounds.
Oh, yeah.
I have Good Berry. I have Healing Word. I have.
So of those, I would suggest either Healing Word or Cure Wounds. Healing Word is less potent, but it can be done at range as a bonus action, so you still can do things on that turn, versus Cure Wounds is a more powerful spell, but you have to actually go up and touch the person.
I also have Healing Spirit.
Healing Spirit.
Yeah.
What was that one?
It says
Double-
you call forth a nature spirit to soothe the wounded. The intangible spirit appears in a space that is 5 foot cube, and you can see within range. The spirit looks like a transparent beast or fae, your choice.
That okay? It's up to you to decide. If I mean, you can prepare all three if you want. Just you have to decide what you want to do.
Do you think that the Healing Word would be the best one?
I think
All
I
of them
think
are
that
good. If you're wanting to
all
focus on
three of them
healing.
are good. I don't think you're going to need any of them today, but in general, I think you should decide what you want to do.
Yeah.
You don't always have to take the best choice. You can also just do what you feel like or what you want to do. Try
Yeah.
to be practical, but styling your character and their magic in the way that you decide.
Healing
I mean,
Word, then.
especially because as a druid, you have a lot of spells to use, and you're not going to use all of them.
I know. I wish I
So,
could load all my spells. That would
Finding the
be
ones you like is a good idea.
Waterwalk. I'm trying to find ones that would be good on the ocean for ocean battle. Right now.
Airball.
Wall of
I'm
water.
yawning.
All
In
right.
any case, as you get the last of your things prepared, finish your morning meditation or whatever process you undergo to ready your magic for the day and fix those spells in your mind so they're at your disposal, you quickly leave the tavern early. Looking outside, the sun has not yet risen, and you do not even see anything peeking up over the horizon yet. It is probably before 5 in the morning, you gather. But in these pre-dawn hours, the city is actually far more active than you might have expected. In particular, as you approach the port, you see that a lot of people are up and moving, trying to get their vessels unloaded or underway before the heat of the sun really slows down work for a while. Your
That
vessel
makes
is no
sense.
different. Several longshoremen are loading the last of the supplies on board, and you see the crew washing down the remains of blood still on the deck from your cow butchering the other day. Because as thorough as a vampire's drain is, it is not complete. You don't have quite that much suction.
Yeah. Oh, so it is a new day. Yeah, all right, cool.
Yep, it is a new day, so if you used any magic, you're welcome to refresh those spells. It was.
Yep.
Again, you had the one last day to prepare.
Yep, cool. All right, I'm good.
All right. As everyone boards the ship, I will take us over to that map. Bring everyone to the back. Zero greets you all as the ship begins to set off. He says, "All right, for this morning, just stay out of the way for the most part. We're gonna get started on your training and figure out what exactly you're gonna be doing to help us out around this vessel. But for now, just stay out of the way. We'll get it moving. No need to stress while we're trying to get through the harbor, especially when we're doing it without a pilot. I will say though, today we're gonna be getting some gunnery practice in later. I was speaking with the Thai Guard earlier, and they were telling me that a new vessel hit a reef and then started to drift. It's been abandoned for a couple days now, and it's floating in the shipping channel. So we're gonna go up and sink that for them. Do them a bit of a favor. They waive the port fees, which is awesome, and get a little bit of gunnery practice in because this crew's been a couple months at sea already, and they haven't been shooting at anything, and knowing where we're gonna be going and where this adventure is likely to take us. Probably a good idea to get everyone back up to speed with how we fight in these vessels. In the meantime, how about you go down below decks and pick out your rooms? Remember, the cabins are for you as you're technically the passengers on this vessel for now. Crew doesn't mind, believe me. They prefer their hammocks. The beds they've got their purposes. In the meantime, I'm gonna be up here on deck if you got any questions. Otherwise, stay out of my hair for a little bit.
Oh, Jack Shacks for the dudes? Damn.
Yeah,
So.
and the deck is fairly busy with activity, but as you look around, you realize that they weren't kidding when they said that this vessel is magic, as you only see about 2 people assigned to each set of sails, and 1 person in a crow's nest calling commands out to which direction they need to hold the rudder to avoid the various sandbanks, primarily sandbars and drifts, out of the channel to get out to sea. It only takes you a short time to actually navigate your way out of the city proper, past the breakwaters. And then it's another couple of, maybe up to an hour cruising down the channel before you're finally able to enter open sea and set sail north along the coast.
I think my character is glitched. I can't move it.
Can you move it now?
Oh yeah, there's a ghost. Nope, still can't. Let me try relogging.
No, I'm just gonna replace your character. Try it now.
Part of it is you have to be able to, I think it's a see where you're moving kind of thing.
Yeah, you can't just drag onto deck. You've got to go through the doors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
I
this
still
door
see a
is
ghost
closed.
character, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's the captain's cabin. That one's locked.
Ah. Oh, wait, there we are. It's under the mast. I forgot.
That's Captain's cabin.
Yep, there's three places to get down on the gun deck. 2 by the bow, 1 below the mast.
Come on, good move.
Give you a minute to get reacquainted with the vessel.
Wait, which one's the captain's cabin?
This door at the back here,
Ah,
that leads to the
the one we
captain's
don't.
cabin.
Yeah, I was gonna say the one that we don't see.
Yeah,
Okay.
you haven't been there yet.
Yeah.
That's Ciro's bedroom and quarters. He's a somewhat private individual.
Oh, man.
I'm going to claim the front left.
Just click on the button to just left click on the door icon to open or close.
I think I somehow got stuck in a wall or something.
Yeah, you got stuck on a mast. I don't know how you managed that.
That must hurt.
I'll claim
I believe it's port. Yes, port side.
Why are you right-clicking, Goku?
I'm trying to open the door to see which one's mine.
It's left-click.
Oh.
Right
They're
click
all
for
open.
lock. And then
Alright.
lock. Yeah, the
Yeah,
cabins
port
themselves
main,
are all
port.
very compact.
Port forward. Yeah.
Belgoris is like, this one's got the biggest bed. It was set up for the Minotaur who doesn't join you anymore, so...
Yeah.
I need space for my
Frickin'.
tail.
There you go.
I kind of figured that the two aft bedrooms would work best for our Dragonborn friends. Because the two aft bedrooms do seem to have the most room.
They do, indeed. They're slightly larger, though the bow ones, the ones towards the bow are also they're larger than the midships ones. Though, to be fair, all of your cabins are small and very spartanly provisioned. There's a bed with some very basic linens. The entire bed is actually not set in a frame, but kind of on a floating mount. It's able to pivot a little bit to try and keep you more or less upright.
You can't sleep in the
Looking under
crow's
it,
like
the bed
hole.
itself
I
is
wanna
sitting
sleep in
atop
the
the
crow's
axle,
nest.
and there's a large counterweight hung below it, so that it wants to stay upright, but will also shift.
Remind me of the trees.
Oh dear. I
Alright.
don't think they would appreciate you sleeping up there, don't?
But that's where I want to sleep.
I know.
Belgorus will set all his provisions, religious augments, and all that other kind of stuff in the chest, and then go back upstairs.
Yep. I'm just giving you guys time to get refamiliarized with this.
That'll be what I do for a little bit.
As time goes on, it's a fairly pleasant voyage. The wind right now is actually very calm, and the ship has put out quite a bit of sail just to try and catch as much as possible, but you're moving along at what you can tell is only a fraction of the ship's true top speed, probably only about 5 or 6 knots right now. As you go up on the coast, or go up northbound along the coast, maybe 5 or 6 miles offshore, sometimes you can see a bit of land as the mountains of the coastline rise up and fall down in the distance, but overall, placid seas lead you out today. And I should have started it with it dark. Here, I'm gonna make it dark just so I can make it light again to show you the sun rising, because I have that feature and I like it.
The sun, it burns.
Yeah.
You're not that type of creature, I thought.
Not yet.
What do you mean
Well, it
yet?
could be worse, of course. They could be back in my home. But dry heat's far better than wet heat.
Honestly, I feel like I do better with the heat.
I will say as well.
I've been told that blue dragons actually prefer the deserts.
Quirky Scratch, you would know that while dragons tend to stay far away from the city proper, you have actually seen one live dragon in your life, and it was a distant blue dragon. They're uncommon, but certainly not unheard of. Dragons are not mythical in this world. They are just, oh shit, I really hope we don't run into one situation.
They are
Out
very
here in
much.
the water, though, I mean, would you like your, it'd actually be a nature check to know more about what dragons you might find out here, if that's something you're curious in.
Oh, about Goris' sake, I would down a history check to basically remember schooling and stuff like that I learned back at Lucas.
Garrus joins you back on deck.
I guess to help things get moving, we all gather up on deck and we start talking about or we ask Zero what is required for each role.
How about that? How about you all come over here and we'll have a little bit of a conversation about this. It's about time we figured out some jobs for you, and I
Not trying to be rushing, but
yeah, no, I got you. I was just letting it go a little slow for the moment, but yeah. Where the fuck is that list?
And
So-
also, Mr. DM, I did add in the fire text in my notes.
Knows about cows. A lot about
You
cows.
do know about cows. Right. So, to put it bluntly, this ship is currently undemanned. Normally we run with a crew of 24. With all of you together, we're at 23. Because we, I don't know where that Minotaur went. That was going to bring us to 24, but we'll be alright. Going one man down isn't a big deal. Now, as it stands, let me pull up the crew manifest here. Just to say I'm going to look at what I put in the ship card, because that's where it is. Currently, there's a couple of important positions that are not necessarily filled that we're going to need to figure out who goes where. We need a pilot, someone going to steer this ship when I'm off duty, and when the bosun's off duty, for that matter. We do need a bosun as well. We need at least one more lookout. Another carpenter would be helpful. Thaltham is pretty solid as quartermaster, but there's only so much he can do for damage repair if there's a problem. 2 carpenters would really be ideal. And our current master gunner is, well, apparently he decided not to rejoin this voyage, so we'll need a new one as well. In addition to that, someone working on the rigging would probably be helpful. So it really depends on what sort of task you've got, what you're good at. Lookouts, you're going to want to be good at observation. Anything you can find, and if you're willing to fight from a crow's nest, whatever you can do up there would be helpful. In combat and in general life, lookouts are very fucking helpful. You're going to be able to help steer us around trouble. Now, bosun, you're going to be in charge of helping with discipline. Primarily, that's Sthaltham's job. We run with a fairly tight crew, so quartermaster is more or less the first mate on this vessel. But you're also going to be in charge of dealing with provisioning, helping out with supplies with the quartermaster, and in general helping keep the ship run smoothly. The pilot, as I said, is going to be primarily dealing with actually steering the vessel. When it comes to commanding and in combat, that's usually my job. Isn't necessarily at the wheel directly, but I'll be up here running commands. Believe me when I say I've been through a fair few fights. I know my way around battle. But we need people on the actual wheel to help with that, especially when we're moving quickly. This is a very powerful, very heavy ship for its size. It's a hard wheel to turn. Gunners, obviously, I think you can put that together. You'll be manning the guns themselves. Carpenters, your job is to make sure the ship doesn't fall apart if we do take damage. And riggers are going to help keep the sails moving in the right direction. Any further questions about that?
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds
Right.
fine.
So the question
I
then
Well
is,
then,
who's got what skills that might work where?
I am. Go ahead, Sir Forrester.
I might be a good lookout. I spent most of my days as a ranger keeping my eye open for any movements while moving through the tree lines.
How you doing with
And the bow would
heights?
probably.
I'm okay with heights.
That's good.
His bow
Primary
would be
crow's
quite
nest
helpful
65
as well.
feet up. Just to give you a perspective, you don't want to fall.
If you work there, I can sleep there.
Like, I should be fine.
Heard you
When
mention
the
carpentry.
when the storms roll in, it'll be a bit nasty.
Very well. And you see as he writes your name down. Now, who else has got an idea of where they might belong on this vessel?
I
I'll
belong
take
in
them out of the
kitchen.
guns.
You belong in the kitchen. We don't need another cook, though you're welcome to help. We'll always have some appreciation for that.
Well, then I
You're going to
know
be
what
on the
I'll
guns, Mr. Demonis. Do you have familiarity with firearms and artillery?
Yes, sir.
I assumed as much, and thank God. We need at least one other person there, so you'll be our master gunner for now.
I am good. I mean, I'm a paladin. I can speak well with people. I'm decent with medicine. I can persuade as well.
How are you dealing with
Maybe
running stuff? Orderly. Helping
I
maintain
have
the
not
condition?
assumed command of a raid myself personally. I've been a participant in quite a few. I understand structure and order and how command needs to be run.
You a natural sort of fella?
I'm used to working with groups of people and organizing campaigns. I
Think
have
you'll
not
be,
led yet, but I'm willing to take up this job.
then I think you'll be a pretty suitable bosun here. Sound suitable?
Aye, Captain.
Next, We gotta talk to the ladies. Lotus, Scratch. What do you think you might be skilled
Well,
at?
I can read and draw maps, so I might be decent at piloting.
That'd be helpful having someone else with navigational skills as well. It's always a burden. So having someone to help split that with, I'd appreciate. But if you want to be a pilot, I definitely think you might thrive in that position.
Well, I've never done this before since I've been in a desert for most of my life.
Yeah, but you're quick on your feet. I've seen that enough already. You'd probably be a decent rigger too if you wanted to, mostly because you won't fall. Cats are pretty good at that. Don't have any tabaxi on the crew right now, though. Actually, a lot of dwarves. That's what happens when we go north and crew decide they're going to go elsewhere. In any case, though, we still got to deal with Mr. Roxby. What is your... and Miss Lotus. What about your positions?
Would you like to go first?
Either of you
Lotus?
experience with carpentry?
Oh, well, it's a good thing I always come prepared as I brandish my pack of tools.
Carpenter Cooper. Got it.
My skills. Where's my skills?
I'll get on any small repairs
Should be
that
the
we need,
cogwheel.
and when we get into combat, I'll make sure to keep
As
the
it
house.
stands, having another rigger would be helpful. We could also do with another carpenter or another gunner. Gunner's less important, quite frankly. We've already got 3 members on the crew with Torin there. But
Herbalism.
Oh, so we can man one gun.
so
Right.
Music.
Oh,
So
sorry.
it's one person to a gun, and during combat, additional crew will come down. But you have people who are given the specific task of being gunner and maintaining the guns and taking track of powder and things.
Okay, I was like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Again, it's not that bad. You have enough crew to run this vessel in battle. So, if you go to the journals page, guys, and go to stuff for everyone, you'll see one called Naval Combat Rules. In there, I recommend going to the second page, which says Exiles Rules WIP. That's where you can actually see what your job entails.
I don't see the page.
He said dice and
It's at the
scaling.
very bottom. Very bottom.
What your job entails. And if you want to switch up, I'll give you a second. I'm going to go make a drink. I'll be right back.
Pick me up a gram of top shelf with concentrate. Thank you.
Honey, that's expensive.
It is not.
Might be where he's at.
It's not that expensive, but we're good. I gotta.
I mean, if you want to pull an arrow fin, you can swing from riggings as well. That will be in your rigger.
Oh, yeah. There you go, baby. It could be a rigger.
What's up, my rigger?
Oh my god! It's rig up, all right.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm not
roll
seeing.
that hard R.
I don't think.
All right, I think I understand my position.
Where is this you left?
The journal tab, the stuff for everyone folder, the naval combat rules book.
Yeah.
God,
You will be rolling initiative for the ship.
Me?
So
Th-
bad.
yes.
Shit.
Oh man, everything's your fault.
It's always my fault. Fuck.
Your least lucky roll. Sometimes you get really good initiatives.
I like having low initiative. I like deciding what I'm gonna do after everyone else goes.
Yeah.
Call me weird.
No, it's not bad. Honestly, sometimes, yeah, especially if you're like not a frontline character and you get high initiative, I've not seen it unheard of. They just be like, I'll choose to delay. I'll just choose to delay. I'll take my turn after everyone else.
Lookout rolls. They.
At least for that first initial turn of combat, so everybody else gets
Sailing
positioned.
guy.
And
Our
then
broadsides are fucking huge.
What?
we do have
What's
a lot.
what's
We
a
are
sailing
a.
guy? Confused.
Forget how many.
I think you're just gonna be rolling this. It's probably a die that's gonna pop up when we're actually in combat.
As lookout, you gain following naval combat abilities: Eagle Eye, bonus action, provide additional info to the pilot, and aid in avoiding obstacles. Okay. Sailing die. Oh, add my sailing die to the pilot's next navigation or maneuver check. Once you use this feature, you must complete a short or long rest before it's usable again. Shit! When within range of enemy vessel, you may choose to roll small arms attack with advantage using your elevated. So I can essentially take my bow out and take a pop shot at somebody.
Got a crew member, yeah. You can redoubtable you can redoubtable fucking Admiral Nelson. All right, you have that opportunity.
On a hit, you indicate which crew member on the opposing ship you hit, and they take full force of the attack. Oh Jesus! Once you use this feature,
Where do you
must complete
see
a
these other? Because all I see is the action
so-
stations.
I'm back, and I will answer any questions you have, because I'm sure there are many.
I was just
So
looking where these
essentially,
other
but-
rolls were.
Eagle Eye and Masked Marksman can both
No
be reset
questions,
on a
only
short
statement.
rest.
Initiate the ambush.
What? What ambush? Hold on.
Plan B! Ah!
I mean, all I see is I can raise morale, which are two
Drop the
skills I'm very
firebombs and run.
proficient at.
Yeah. Yeah, and obviously, the other thing to note is that these are crew actions, for the majority of them. Crew actions are done as part of the ship's turn. And a ship's combat round takes 30 seconds, not 6 seconds. You have the opportunity to do other things in addition to these moves as player actions during that time.
Okay.
Okay, so I can fire my
these
musket
are not
at
the
close
only
range.
things you can do. These are special abilities you have, as well as your general responsibilities.
It's probably going to be good that I'm on deck, because heavy armor in case of boarding.
Also, I'm changing that to +2 to your AC.
For what?
For you, actually.
Huh? +2.
While you're in the
to
crow's nest, I'll give you +2 instead of +1, because you're really fucking high up there.
well, no, that's for the ship.
Any ship with a lookout has plus
Oh,
whatever
yeah, never
AC.
mind. That's why it's.
Yeah.
That was why it was +1.
It's all +1,
Yeah.
because he's seeing where the attacks are coming from.
Exactly. You're able to help guide around such issues.
Wait. So.
Yep.
Oh, that's evil.
Which one are you reading?
So I just thought of an evil combo that I can do.
Oh yeah, it's not the Eldritch Sheath Raider, I presume.
No. So I can since I'm assuming I will have a spyglass while I'm up there.
Yeah. You can acquire one.
I can hunter's mark the pilot of the opposing ship.
Yep.
And then masked marksman.
And then after we fight.
No, where are these others abilities y'all are seeing? Because I'm not seeing those.
Ghost, and if you hunter mark anyone, I can use my musket as well.
Are you looking at Exiles rules or the naval combat rules?
Oh, I was just looking at naval combat rules. I wasn't
Look at
looking at
Exiles rules. Those are the ones you want.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Oh, order repairs. Okay.
Yeah, you're basically in charge of repairs, but also helping with things.
Yeah.
I spent a while working on these, and they're probably going to get refined some more. But
I'm going to end up making.
As I said,
making you
today
change
is going to be a shorter, just kind of low key session, getting into the vibe of these things. Next session is going to be the rest of your journey up to where you need to go, and the beginning of your jungle trek, which we'll do a briefing on.
I can also help with the ship surgeon. I'm pretty good with medicine.
Absolutely, and remember, the ship is technically shorthanded, even with all of you in positions.
How many times can I use Mad Minute? Wait, hold on.
It's a ship action, so however many ship action or crew actions
you also
we
are
have.
a master gunner.
Yeah, what?
But you
'Cause I
can
mean, I
also
also-
you
I
can
also
perform all
get-
the actions though if there isn't someone else serving
Oh
as
yeah,
gunner.
I'm a rigger. I'm
You get
the
gunner
rigger,
and
bitch.
Oh
yeah,
lord.
and as I said, it doesn't sound like a crazy position, but all of them have very specific helpful things they can do.
Yeah.
double charges.
I was just asking her and making sure she was good. She was okay with it.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
swing
why.
from the trees like Tarzan. I'm good. I don't
Yeah,
care.
exactly. No, I figured you'd be fine, especially when you realized you get superpowers too. you get things you can do for the ship.
I'm a fae. I live in the trees. I'm good.
You've already stated you want to sleep up there in the crow's nest.
Damn straight.
Probably
give her
naked
50
under
info.
the moonlight.
What the fuck is my range?
Your range by default is 300. Well, let me double check your cannons because I might have changed them. But your default range on your attacks is 350 to 700. 350 being your normal, 700 being at disadvantage. So between 350 and 700 is at disadvantage, just like every ranged weapon has its normal and max range. So that's for the broadside attack. You also have your small arms attack, which is more to target the crew. That is both people taking their musket shots.
I don't see small arms.
That's under the ship. Those are the actual crew actions on the ship card. Look at features.
Yeah. So would I be using my own bow or a musket they provide?
Either or.
Both.
Oh.
Generally, you'd have several muskets up there preloaded and ready, because they can be better in the conditions. Because this is rocking around. This is a lot of wind usually.
Well, actually, what I know what the English would do is, like you said, Exile. You'd take 3 ground besses up there. You'd have 2 lookouts, right? And in the situation, you have a gunner and an assistant gunner, or I guess a loader in this case, and they just pirate the fucking rounds off. So basically, fire off that, and his sole purpose was to target the other lookouts and the riggers specifically.
Yep.
And whether you did any officers.
Marksman up there, and having you
that
up
wasn't common. Yeah, the officer who's targeting wasn't common, because that was still a little frowned upon for a little bit until the whole independent war for independence thing, and then it's like everybody's like,
hey, if the opposing captain happens to catch a musket ball in the head, it's all it's all war. It happens.
You just didn't tell him you were aiming for the
Yeah, but also they're not going to know who shot them.
No,
they're
really not.
I'm going to.
Everyone who's not on a gun or the sails is also there with a musket, opening fire when you're in range.
Or running around doing something else.
Pilot, wink, wink.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoever's at the fucking wheel happens to be the pilot in my eyes.
But yeah, so to go to Lotus real quick, as rigger, you have you're gonna help the ship move around.
Oh, whoa! What'd you call? No, I'm just kidding.
Jeez.
It is a common joke on site. Okay, I'm sorry.
I know. But yeah, and then carpenter actions. Goku, I presume you looked over those.
The repairman.
You are the repairman.
I'm-
Look at your last ability.
Repairman,
Just your last ability is literally just called "Not Yet."
Yeah. It's like last stand ability. I like it.
Yep.
I get to yell at
Damn it.
Yep. If you lose this ship, I swear to God, it'll be hilarious.
Belgor's is just standing next to God, what is his name again? Zero. He's just standing at attention next to Zero, arms crossed behind his back at parade rest, kind of.
Oh,
just looking over everybody.
Buddy, you don't need to put on quite such a enigmatic appearance right now. We are kind of a tight-knit crew, but I appreciate the effort. I do.
I prefer to do this. It
Very
feels
well.
right.
Well, you're more than welcome to. No, certainly don't mind the company, if nothing else.
Besides, I've had to stand for 3 hours doing a ceremony at parade rest. You get used to it after that.
I can imagine. I heard someone say you got to squeeze your calf so you don't fall over eventually. I don't know about that. I've never.
It's always funny to watch the acolytes.
Slight knee bends. That's the key.
Slight bend, bob up and down as little as possible, but with a little bit of
Oh,
movement.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
used
You don't
to
really
use
Just make sure
that to
nobody's
test out
fucking
first.
looking your way when you're doing it, too. You just get that little side eye with your eye, like you got your head
You,
out.
you, can- you can do it
side eye,
slow. If you do it slow enough,
Little
it'll
bend.
just lower an inch, raise an inch, lower an inch, raise an inch. It'll be
It's
fine.
not really that you bob, more of you slowly sway. It's a very
Exactly.
slow movement.
Yeah, because as long as you're slow and no one sees you specifically out, they know you have to move to not fall over at some point. So
It's more of so that you
Oh, actually, that's why we
fucking
have
pass out.
walkers during like our graduation ceremony. They'll be walking through looking for them. One motherfucker's gonna pass out, so they can just drag him out before anyone sees.
Yep.
or just
They-
tell them to bend his knees.
During our graduation ceremony, we literally were told, like, because it was, the middle of summer,
Oh, so
if you have to take a knee, do it. We're not gonna think any less of you.
Did anyone pass out at your graduation?
Luckily, no. In the
We had
two.
In the training for the graduation, yes.
So in the rehearsal, yeah.
In rehearsal, we had a chick, I shit you not, literally pass out and hit me in the shoulder as she fucking dropped.
That's the worst thing, too, because you're trying to, like, all of a sudden break your fucking... You gotta break that quick mentality to try and catch somebody. It's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, is it your responsibility if someone's falling?
Oh,
for you
yes,
to try and help
absolutely.
them? Yeah, just be a good person.
You're meant to, yes, but at the same time, like, it was a what the fuck? Oh shit!
I think
That's what I mean.
effective
That's what
if
I'm getting at. It's like you don't realize. Like I've seen.
I think
didn't
it's
have
only
them hit me.
effective if it's the person in front of you, because that's and they fall backwards, because that's just a trust fall.
Yeah, sadly,
Well,
this
you don't
was
realize it.
from behind me.
Yeah, if they fall from behind, what are you supposed to do? Because you can't look back at them.
All right.
The person behind them's supposed to grab them by the waist and lower them down if they can in time. But like Ghost said, that's just such a what the fuck moment because
Okay.
you're not expecting it.
So, how are we doing on time? Because as I said, today's gonna be a short
15
session.
minutes.
We can just have 15 minutes more discussion about naval combat and then do this next week. Because frankly, I'm exhausted. I've had a long day, and as I said. So let's take another 15 minutes. Let's talk through
I'm sorry for kind of rushing you.
No,
you're fine.
It's all good. I feel if anything, I'm sorry that I didn't have more time and energy to throw into the session today.
You're fine.
Get your ass to Moss.
Yeah.
But yes,
I'm still gonna be on for a bit, but I
Steel.
just don't have the mental fortitude to keep playing D&D and to keep running a game.
we
That's why
would
it's-
taste best on which of the acolytes would pass out first. It was a pastime.
Well, that's better than my pastime back
Also,
in
the
the
rocking
cost.
with the ship is helping.
What was that then, Scratch?
Delving into tensions. Try not to die.
Yeah.
That.
You know, the boss has told me stories about where you're from. I've never been there myself, but frankly, it sounds unpleasant.
You'll
Deserts
get
full of
used to it.
I imagine. Though I have heard it's a pretty beautiful city in its own kind of rustic way, was I think what Zill said about it.
It is very beautiful, especially during the sunsets. Sunrises. You can also get some beauty out of it too.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. I mean, for me, I come from this area, really.
You have
You
said
don't-
that before, Master Sierra.
Yeah, you don't see the sunsets, because it's just, oh look, there's a mountain in the way. Sunrises, though, you got those. But yeah.
Seeing the sun break the mountains is still a great experience.
Where you're from sounds cold and unpleasant, frankly.
You get used to it.
It's
Oh.
nice.
Oh, trust me, it gets probably just as cold there as where Mr. Valgors is from, as in the desert below Lucas.
Oh yeah, I've heard it gets cold at night.
Also, you watch as Balgor's just leans over to him. Also, the
It's
Tabernacle.
not-
They love to keep
The
warm.
nice thing about
Well, I didn't hear that war. What was that?
You watch as he leans down the sill. Also, the Tavern girls. They like to stay warm.
That's
It's also
There you
not
go,
very
that
humid,
part.
which is nice.
well. To be fair, there's a reason you see most of the kobolds you'll find up north are gonna be the tunnelers. We prefer more warm environments, frankly. We don't really have the body mass as you guys do with the little more direct draconic lines. You guys have
Yes, but
a
we
little
also
better
have to keep our
tolerance.
scales clean.
Yeah, so do we.
Don't want mold forms under them.
Actually, I did want
Yeah,
to ask you
we
about
don't
that
get
question.
scale
You
rods
know a good cleaner
Uh,
back in the
not
city?
specifically. What I would normally do. So, Temple Sanctum of the Rising Sun. When you go back to Gradan, I mean, it's not. It's a temple of Sune, so they got a lot of more interesting services if you're looking for, but also baths, and they've got some very skilled individuals there who can help you out in a less
Yes, I've experienced prestidigitation. That works. It
No,
does.
no,
But
I'm talking.
there's
I'm
nothing
talking
as
proper cleaning.
relaxing as
Proper clean.
someone actually going through and
You know, they
just
get the
getting
picks out.
underneath
They
the
find those loose
scales.
scales. They get them out.
Oh,
You know, it's a good feeling.
oh, it is such a good experience. Oh,
No, I know exactly what you mean, buddy. But no,
I
that's
do
why
miss
I'd
that about
recommend.
the cavalry. We had us officers. We had a few people assigned to us that we could help clean our scales. We used picks to clean
oh,
up crud.
we had one of our one of our high clerics. She was an elf, mean but a woman. But the things she could do with those fingers. Oh,
If a kobold can raise an eyebrow, that's what he does.
I wish you
not
guys could
that
see my
way.
facial reaction.
He's more of
Okay,
a mother
okay.
to us, to us.
He also
Joker, I
CQS
get it.
raise her eyebrows as well.
Not like that, perverts.
Roll for embarrassment. Kidding.
All right, fine. Let's see.
No,
What would that
awkward
be?
I didn't know what the fuck you'd even roll there. Charisma?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
regular
charisma.
I cast awkward silence.
I cast awkward silence.
That's
That's
funny.
funny. You managed to brush off criticism. You're like, you're like, no.
It was a cleaning ritual. Heathens.
Cleaning ritual.
Your order is not celibate. Remember that as well.
I mean, yeah, no, we. Hence why Balgoris talks about yes, Balgoris is not pure in that sense.
Valgoris is not a virgin. Confirmed.
He has made quite a few comments about going down to the taverns and experiencing the carnal delights.
I think likelihood the only person in this party who might be a virgin is Lotus, simply because they wouldn't remember anything since before they came to this world, and I don't think they fucked
QS.
Garrett yet. So QS? Okay.
Mhm.
Actually, I mean, Lotus can answer that question herself, certainly.
She said she's a pure fae, so yeah.
Honestly, Fae are pretty promiscuous, but yeah.
They are. But
Give me your firstborn. Okay, when we doing this?
wait, what?
Hold on.
Exactly.
Wait a
They
second.
don't care. They don't fucking care. They'll do anything with anybody.
Many Fae are hedonists in
Yeah.
general.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
They have no lord in that says, that's wrong to do. They go all in.
There are very few gods that are against sex in general in D&D when you look at
No, I don't
it.
think there's many celibate gods in D&D.
There aren't. Like, the only one I could think of is maybe Mystra, but that's more of a, full devotion to magic rather than the material world.
Well, if you play Baldur's Gate 3, she is not.
No, she's horny too, but... again, I'm saying, if I'm thinking of adherence to any given god would actually consider being celibate, it would be, Mystra, or maybe Ilmater, just because they're... I don't know, but even then...
Maybe Bane, because he just doesn't care.
Yeah, he wouldn't be specific, but their whole thing is suffering for others' benefit. So,
Well, no, Bane is the tyranny. Well, no, yeah, because tyranny can be used in.
tyranny can be used as
let's
a very
not go down
violent
that.
time.
Yeah, we don't want
let's
to go
not
down that
there.
route.
We don't want to know what Merkel's up to. Let me move on from that conversation.
The evil
Anyway,
god.
It is a horny man.
Let's not ask how you feel about carnal interactions.
Now. No
Conversation.
tentacle.
Also, do you hear killing bird? They hear the fucking no.
Oh, we
I
all know
hate-
how Korn feels about it. He's like, gross. Just kill them.
Then you hear the boys Marines.
Zinch
Lord,
doesn't
it's
kill
an
shit, I
axe.
imagine.
Zinch would be more upset if you're stagnant.
Yeah.
You better be doing some new positions there.
Yeah, but if you're being creative and learning in the process, he's like, go for it.
Yeah.
And Nurgle's like,
Hey,
all anal.
Let's not ask.
Yeah, Nurgle, you best not ask. It's probably
well, Nurgle's also, all the nasty tentacles.
oh no. Let's please not bring chaos gods into this world. It's already lewd enough.
My patron is Zinch.
But like,
No!
the temple I'm talking about is a temple to Shares, Sune, and Lilia. So it's love and beauty,
Belgor's
sex
become corn.
and joy. It's a good place all around.
Yeah. I'm imagining the courtesans from Firefly.
Probably. I don't know. Maybe next time you're in town, you go and you'll see what it's like. Again, they have more than just sex there, but that's the thing they have.
Yeah, well,
Mhm.
courtesans from Firefly were more than just that. They were also companions.
Yeah,
Or,
And
yeah, they were
diplomats.
companions. Yeah.
they have.
If you
I can
if
show
you want
the-
someone to read you a good story or play music, they'll do that too.
Oh yeah, no. There you could just go.
They also
lounge
did
about
do
with a
some double mimic.
listening to music and eating fruit. You could just do whatever.
They also did some diplomatic things as well in the back rooms as well.
I say we wrap this session up just on this
Yeah.
note of just getting horny.
Yeah, we're segueing hard.
Mhm.
Well, just again, I'm sorry it was a shorter session today. We'll have a lot
No,
more.
you're
to do
fine.
next
You're
week.
fine, man.
But
Rox,
no,
how did
no,
you manage to
I'm
rotate
tired.
yourself like 15 degrees? I can only do 90. What did you do? What did you do?
I
Oh, right,
I
you-
barely rotated myself.
Oh, I forgot.
I don't even know how I did
Playing
that.
hockey.
Hold control and then
It's the new
mouse
Lord of the
wheel.
Rings game.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm playing with Corbel and a bunch of other guys. Corbel's Dalwin. There's Jack, if you guys remember him, and I don't know who these other guys
Yeah.
are, but it's like
So,
read-
is it custom characters or?
custom character, 4th Age Dwarves retaking Khazad-dûm.
Oh, nice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. This comes the end of this D&D session. I do apologize for it being a little short. But like all things in Nativerse, everything must come to an end.
And so too must this voice. But anywho, I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend. This is Tristan Longshot, signing off.